welcome to our third concert. The weather's a lot nicer, so we're kind of summery. You're
It's our Easter parade.
in. Yeah, you wanted me to wear a hat, but that would impede the expression of my face.
That's true.
It's part of the singer's arsenal.
That's why no singer ever in the history of the world has ever
worn a hat. Ha ha. We're going to start. This is all musicals. We're going to start with "Meet Me in St. Louis." Which
God, it is, isn't it? I just literally realised. Yeah, sorry.
So this song was originally from 1904, but of course it became the title song for a television. What am I saying? Television. That's awful.
Okay. That's okay.
Movie musical. This is live. So yeah, movie musical. Meet Me in St. Louis.
I mean, it probably was shown on television quite a lot.
That's probably why I said it, because that's where I would have seen it first in the afternoon. Anyway, let's do it. Enough of my chat.
You're going to be my
Oh yes, I
assistant.
must hand you this. Oops. Woo.
And try not to do that when you pass it over. That's
okay.
correct. Let's start with the
triangles.
This was the one of the most common instruments in the parlour in this fine country in 1904 after the piano. The classic banjo, in this case a zither banjo.
Marvellous.
Right.
When Louis came home to the flats, he hung up his coat and his hat. He gazed all around, but no wifey he found, so he said, "Where can Flossie be at?" A note on the table he spied. He read it just once and he cried. It ran, "Louis dear, it's too slow for me here, so I think I will go for a ride. Meet me in St. Louis, meet me at the fair. Don't tell me the lights are shining any place but there. We will dance the hoochie coochie. I will be your tootsie wootsie if you will meet me in St. Louis, meet me at the fair." The dresses that hung in the hall were gone, she had taken them all. She took all his rings and the rest of his things, the pictures he missed from the wall. What moving, the janitor said, "Your rent is paid 3 months ahead." "What good is the flat?" said poor Louis, "read that." And the janitor smiled as he read. Meet me in St. Louis, meet me at the fair. Don't tell me the lights are shining any place but there. We will dance the hoochie coochie. I will be your tootsie wootsie if you will meet me in St. Louis, meet me at the fair.
Meet me in St. Louis, meet me at the fair. Don't tell me the lights are shining any place but there. We will dance the hoochie coochie. I will be your tootsie wootsie if you will meet me in St. Louis, meet me at the fair.
but made famous in, what was it, 1939? When was Meet Me in St. Louis?
The banjo.
Ah, the banjo. Banjo, that's what it is in French.
Le banjo.
Le banjo. Moonlight Bay is the next one. Again, this is an older song than the musical. Well, actually, it wasn't a stage musical, to be fair. It was a film musical, of course, with Doris Day, which gave this song its massive revival. This movie was after the war, and they didn't know how well it would do, and boy, did it do well. So they quickly did another one by the light of the silvery moon, so it was so successul. Anyway, this is the original Moonlight Bay. It actually, speaking of banjos, it mentions the banjo.
Yeah.
So here we are.
It also mentions banjos strumming, and people basically in 1912 didn't really strum banjos as much as the popular memory would have you think.
Pluck.
It's definitely a plucked thing. People.
I ought to know this.
People, did what I suppose they call frailing or old time banjo now, playing like that. But I would still argue it's not really strumming, because strumming implies one finger, not multiple fingers. Or one thumb.
Gosh.
I mean, I don't know. What do I know?
That sounds like some sort of clue, like for a detective, going, I see by the way his finger is worn out. He must be a strumming. Oh, I know exactly the club to find where he would have played. I think ragtime.
That threw me, because as often the music's in a different key. So.
Yeah, that's because you're so good you can do that.
Let's go. So here we go.
We take it for granted. I won't forget. That was worth it. Don't
Got to add the moonlight.
The Moonlight.
And a little Edwardian mandolin fiddling.
Aww.
Although this mandolin is from the 1890s, as you can probably see.
As you can see. Just going to get some water.
And I'm going to get myself over onto my Gershwin guitar.
What's the Gershwin guitar?
I mean, it's not, it's just for the sake of this.
Very good. This is from a musical from the 1920s, a stage musical this time, called Strike Up the Band, and we're going to do a piece of music from it called Strike Up the Band.
Eponymous. Is the music stand in the okay position?
Oh yeah, I think so. Shall we raise it a bit? Just a bit?
No, it's fine for me.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you don't hear the verse of this one much. And
It's great, it's topical.
It's a good release into the chorus. And, oops, sorry, you'll need to...
I'll need that for the next song.
what else was I going to say? Yeah, it's good parallel... Because the
chord.
verse is in the same letter, the same tonic note as the chorus, which you don't get very much. But you do get in some Irving Berlin songs.
Seamless.
It's called parallel keys. Something borrowed from operetta or classical.
Yeah.
And of course, all these song composers, apart from Irving Berlin and a handful of others, were kind of trained musicians, weren't they?
We fought in 1917, rum-ta-ta-tum-tum-tum, and drove the tyrant from the sea, rum-ta-ta-tum-tum-tum. We're in a bigger, better war for your patriotic pastime. We don't know what we're fighting for, but we didn't know the last time. So load the cannon, draw the blade, rum-ta-ta-tum-tum-tum. Come on and join the big parade. Rum-ta-ta-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum. Let the drums roll out. Let the trumpet call. All the people shout. Strike up the band. Hear the cymbals ring. Come and one and all. To the martial swing. Strike up the band. There is work to be done, to be done. There's a war to be won, to be won. Come, you son of a gun, take a stand. Fall in line, yea, bow. Come along, let's go. Hey, strike up the band. Let the drums roll out. Let the trumpet call. All the people shout. Strike up the band. Let the cymbals ring. Calling one and all. To the martial swing. Strike up the band. There is work to be done, to be done. There's a war to be won, to be won. Come, you son of a gun, take a stand. With our flag unfurled, we can lick food. We need to strike up the band. That's Matt's patented make your guitar sound like a drum.
I meant to make
Effect.
it sound rubbish.
It's unique to him. He's originated it entirely.
I actually cannot make a claim of that whatsoever. I'm sure there are other people who have come that in the history.
Who the heck
Several
would?
hundred years of playing fretted flux string instruments. People who are creative and
Well,
it's an extended technique, that's what they call it, isn't
extended technique. Oh, I know several singers who have an extended technique. Extenuated technique. Right, this is now, we're going to go to, I suppose, somebody who's a real music theatre aficionado will be all this time going, yeah, but, come on. And this is the
Well-
point at which they will go, ah.
You have to recognise the history of music theatre and how important
I'm
it
sure
was.
everybody's loving it, but anyway, this is Some Enchanted Evening. And, yeah. It's a big baritone one, this, but I don't care.
Don't
I
matter.
don't care. I don't
matter, I know
care.
how. And I tell you what.
South Pacific?
Exactly.
That's a man's musical. There's such manliness in that. Well, at least in the film version. My goodness. So many bare chests. It's quite extraordinary.
Here we go.
I'll need this thing. Don't wait for me. Keep start.
I think it might be nice
Oh, all right.
for folks at home to have a bit of visual piece before I start.
Okay.
It is very manly, but I actually, if you think about the words, this one isn't particularly.
No, I'm speaking of
Yeah.
anybody who's seen the film will know
Yeah, I know,
exactly
I
what I
know.
refer to. Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somehow you'll see him again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear him laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of his laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel him call you across a crowded room, then fly to his side and make him your own. For all through your life you may dream on. Once you have found him, never let him go. Once you have found him, never let him go. Well, I don't know what. Anyway, it's an interesting keyboard. There we are, Some Enchanted Evening. Now we're going to
It
go.
wasn't a keyboard, it was a string orchestra. There
It
you're
was a
mistaken.
real orchestra. You know when you're watching one of those musicals? Whoops, that reminds me. Watching those musicals, and they're sitting somewhere where there's no string orchestra at all, but
It's a
sometimes
bit like that.
you hear it.
Yeah.
That's like here.
You hear a lot more than that.
Where did that orchestra come from?
Right, let me
I have
just
opposable toes.
let me just grab my thingy. There we go.
Oh. Now, you can tell the boys and girls about this.
That's this song here. It's a good piece of music.
Piece of sheet music.
Show it there. That one's focused to about here though. So
Oh, dear me. Good, I've been nicely blurred this whole time.
yeah. So, Wedding of the Painted Doll is important in the history of musicals because it was the first musical, or it featured, I should say, the first MGM musical picture called Broadway Melody, as you saw on here. 1, 2, 3, and you got some great
Provided
ones.
they're all still running.
You got the Man in the Moon on behind. No, you know one thing that I love about tunes where they just used a couple of colours.
Yes, that's very good news.
And that was a big hit. From our early concert when we mentioned, was it one of these? We mentioned Nick Lucas. Yeah, it was
yes,
one of
I
these.
think so, yes.
And he starred in a big picture that year as well called Gold Diggers of Broadway. So it was, Broadway. I mean, there was Broadway before 1929, but that was certainly a big bullet point.
Right. Yeah.
And this is a nice characteristic.
It's
1920s
a characteristic song.
Which some people may recognise.
I love that the comedian harmonists did a version of it, which is utterly marvellous, which I really love, actually. If you're a comedian harmonist fan, do seek it out. Actually, if you're a comedian harmonist fan, you'll know it already. You'll have it on in your car.
So what shall I do here? I'll move back and play this here.
Oh, right.
Wedding of the Painted Doll. Did you say the title?
I think people have seen it.
Okay.
It's a holiday, today's the wedding of the painted doll. It's a jolly day, the news is spreading all around the hall. Red Riding Hood and Buster Brown, the jumping jack, jumped into town. From far and near, they're coming here, church bells ringing, ringing, all the little dollies from the follies with their painted cheeks. Little Mama Doll has fussed around for weeks and weeks. Show the blues, no time to lose. Rice and shoes will spread the news that it's a holiday. Today's the wedding of the little painted doll. Here come the bridesmaids. Look at them in the places. Look at the fancy laces. Look at them as they smile.
All sorrow away.
Here comes a bride now. Look at the little cutie. Look at the little beauty. Look at the little doll. It's her wedding day. Here's the preacher man, oh look, as he takes his little black book. He's sure he knows his stuff, 'cause he's done it often enough. Here comes a bridegroom, ready for the service, just a little nervous. Now the preacher say, you're married to stay. It's a holiday, today's the wedding of the painted doll. It's a jolly day, the news is spreading all around the hall. Red Riding Hood and Buster Brown, the jumping jack, jumped into town. From far and near, triangle feature, everybody. I have so little to do, and it's compared with what he has to do.
I thought that was quite fun.
It's fun.
Everybody should go and listen to it.
On to our last song. We're now at 27:41, but a lot of that was us just setting up, and you set that rolling early.
Don't you worry about
Be
that.
all right.
Right, so take that away.
This is the first song I ever sang in public, really. I think in a public place. It was in the Sunshine Coast Music Festival in British Columbia, and I was 11 or 10. I suspect halfway between. And I haven't sung it since. This is the first time since then. And yeah.
Hope you remember the words then.
They're pretty simple. It's funny to have a 10-year-old singing something that Mother Superior, with much life experience and wisdom.
Well, we might return to
Has
this
to
musical in the second half.
I think everybody knows which song this is
If
now.
you, we could
Don't
move
need
that
that.
if we don't need that.
Don't
If we
need that no more.
Make a nice visual image. Right, here we
Oh,
go.
yes. Bulrushes and forget-me-nots. Very rare you find those on a dress. Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream, a dream that will need all the love you can give, every day of your life, for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your A dream that will need all the love you can give, every day of your life, for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. Wow, I hope I had a better voice than when I had when I was 11, 10.
Yeah.
I think it might have improved.
We'll
Thank
see
you
when
so
we play
much.
back. We shall see you soon for more of a similar
See you
nature
tomorrow.
of music.
Excellent. And a light summery feel in dress clothing.
Thank you.
Thank you.